5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Let me get real with you guys here for a second, right? Let me get real with you guys here for a second. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna sound harsh, but this is real.
Say right? That shit, nigga. Fuck that.
Do it. You know what I'm saying? like, yo, what you guys gotta understand is, right, is that you can't really like get too close emotionally with a woman, bro. You can't do it. You can't. I know it sounds harsh. I know it sounds very crazy. I know it sounds like oh, you're trying to be an alpha man. No, what I'm saying is this. You can't ever get too close emotionally with a woman. Right? Because this is what happens. Women are the masters of the emotion. So what's going to happen is they're going to suck you in to their bullshit. Do you understand? They will suck you into their bullshit. And then therefore, once you get sucked in, what happens is that you start to mimic them because now they're in the lead. They're leading.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? They're leading you right now. You see what I'm saying? Now, because
Give it time to breathe. Give it time to breathe.
Right. You understand something?
These niggas breathe, bro.
Listen. I'm gonna break this all the way down. Now she's leading because you're following her. You're following the emotion. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is, this is why, if you notice, you ever notice you get into like an argument with your girl, and then unless you like, it's like there might be a second you snap out of her, a second of awareness. And you're like, how the fuck, why are we even talking about this? Like, why are we arguing about this shit? You understand what I'm saying? Why did this even come up? Like, why are we going back and forth about nonsense? Right? And that's because what happened was that she sucked you into some bullshit. Like, okay, perfect example. You chilling with your girl, right? She says, I'm mad at you. You like, why? She's like, cause I had a dream and we were like hanging out someplace, and in my dream, you saw this girl and you tried to holler at her while I was right there. And you're like, what are you talking about? She's like, why would you do that? You're like, why would I do what? Why would you holler at that girl? What girl? The girl in the dream? What are you talking about? That you was dreaming? Well, why would you do that? If you loved me, you wouldn't do that. You see, now you're in a fucking argument with your girl about some dream she had. You see what I'm saying? And that's because you got sucked in. So what I'm saying is that if you get too close emotionally with a chick, meaning that what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying to not have emotions when you're dealing with your woman. What I'm saying is that you have to be able to manage your emotions in a sense to where you're not getting too close emotionally with the chick, because now what happens is that you're in her territory. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I talk about where alpha males don't fall in love, because when you're falling in love, oh my God, she's my queen. She's the one. She's so beautiful. You marry this chick. You're at the wedding. You're the one crying and shit because you're thinking you're so lucky to have this woman and all this other bullshit, all this other fuck shit, right? So now you're in that sort of mindset to where you are in the situation where you're so caught up and you're in so deep with this woman emotionally. So now what happens is that this is the beginning of you ruining your fucking life over the woman. Because what happens is that when she does something, it cuts deeper because you've been so caught up in her. Look, this is what I'm saying. When she does something, it's almost like whatever she's doing, it's like she's doing it. It's like it's happening to you simultaneously because you're in her fucking frame. You see what I'm saying? You haven't separated yourself. You always got to have some distance with your woman at all times throughout the entire relationship. You understand? I don't care if it's a chick you've been fucking with for 2 days, 2 years, or 20 years. You still have to have that separation, because if you don't, and you're like this with her, understand, if you're like this, understand that she's controlling this. You see what I mean? Because you're all up in her shit. Your shit as a man is to be able to separate. This is why a lot of times as a guy, you can compartmentalize shit because you know how to separate shit. Women are, everything is together. So now when you're with her, you're like, everything is together. So when she does some crazy shit, that's the beginning of you ruining your fucking life, because now when she does something, it cuts deeper because you're part of this togetherness right there. So whatever happens, you are along for that ride of the bullshit happening. And you haven't separated yourself. You haven't detached yourself from the bullshit. So now you become part of the bullshit. And now you're like, I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna fucking do it, because you're crazy.
Shout out to Marcel Ozuno.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. You're on some crazy shit. This is what we're trying to say. Part of you ruining your life when it comes to you dealing with a woman is not the woman's fault. It's your fault for getting in too deep. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. It's like, you ever watch the movies where the fucking undercover cop starts because he's like friends with the fucking crew and the bad guys or whatever, the drug dealers. And then near the end of the movie, he gets in too deep because he starts to, become friends with them and cares about them and shit. And again, I'm not saying don't care about your woman, but what I'm saying is that he forgets who the fuck he is for a moment because he's in too deep. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens is when she does some crazy woman stuff, you understand? And you start losing your mind because you don't forgot who the fuck you was. This is why I'm saying you can love a woman like how God loves his children, but you don't fall in love, because when you falling in love, you're falling in too deep into the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm God to these. That's what I'm saying. Facts, Kazak. He said a woman could be part of your world, but never your world. Exactly. As soon as it becomes your world, you're in too deep, and you're at the beginning stages of ruining your fucking life. Because at any moment, there's gonna be some shit she's gonna do that's gonna cause you to flip the fuck out. But Miles, what's your thoughts on that?
Bro, on some shit, what you said was super heavy, especially for me. Because everything you just said, bro, I lived it.
Right. I'm telling you,
lived it.
I lived it too. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
You understand? It's so heavy because check this shit out. My main chick, y'all know I've been in a 18-year plus relationship with my main chick. It wasn't. Trust me, where I'm at now, it took damn near 14, 15 years to get there. Actually.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think all the shit that I'm talking now is where I was always at for the last 18 years, nigga.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I had to like really become.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why and that's sort of part of the reason why I love my main chick so much.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I just love her because she's a chick and blah, 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 all that dumb shit. No, I love the entire experience of being with her for this long. Because I literally watched myself go through the phases of gaining game and the dynamics and ups and downs of fucking with her, bro.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is exactly the reason why a lot of niggas who claim they got a crazy body count, I fucked hundreds of bitches. They still calling into the show asking questions though. Exactly. You understand? And a lot of niggas might look at me and be like, yo, that's crazy. You've been with the same woman for so many years. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Blah, blah, blah. But understand that because I've been able to build on the lessons learned,
right,
and still maintain the chick. I'm at a place in space and time where my mind has been fucking. I've literally chiseled Miles Cunningham out of nothing. Because I've had 18 whole years. I've been in school for 18 fucking years, and I'm still learning.
Right, exactly.
But one thing I did lock in early was her meeting me as a unique person.
Exactly.
So what she never did was leave a nigga. Because she realized whatever this nigga's giving me, I could only get it here.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things that's so important about game, your identity.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Now, but what I want to say though is, so my main chick, understand, she's 9 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And when we met, she always made more money than me. I told this story before when I was talking about budgeting and this, that, and the third, right? And in that respect, you have to understand that me being, matter of fact, all right, I'm gonna just be totally clear about it. When I met her, I was 23, young whippersnapper.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, I was still, slinging dick, doing whatever, hanging out with Locario, going to clubs and shit.
Right.
Getting it in where I could, whatever. But I was still young, falling into the frame of being in a committed relationship with a chick 9 years older than me.
Right.
With kids, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So there was a lot of me that I like, because I did certain things I didn't understand about the game, bro. I let myself fall into certain things. Like I even let myself fall in love, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I became a part of her bullshit as far as the emotional dynamics of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of things that happened in the relationship that, exactly like you said, it cut deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
bitch, I will fucking kill you, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with
you? Yeah, you be like, I'm telling you, you feel like you're losing your fucking mind. You know what I'm saying?
But now I'm at a place where she's apologizing about her slipping up before I even could say anything.
Right.
But again, that's growth. That's, you understand what I'm saying? That's growth.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the shit you said was so heavy because I straight lived it. I lived, like, I got into the frame of, I love her and this, that, and the third. And at a certain point, I was on that partner shit, like, 50-50 and
right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So guys, when I tell you that my experience is unique, and I have over 18 years to show you the fucking night and day difference between where I started with this woman to where I'm at now. Trust me, it's a whole different game. Because see, here's the thing: what a lot of niggas don't understand, they're looking to take game from a nigga that just got mad bitches.
Right.
But if you only fuck a bitch like once or twice, maybe 3 times, and then she fizzles out and you never see her again, how much do you get to learn?
Exactly. Right. I did a video a long time ago about that. I was like, listen, if you fucking these chicks and fucking that chick, I'm like, what did you learn through the process of fucking these women? If you ain't learned nothing, then you wasted your time.
Right.
Like you wasted
because to actually get a bitch interested enough to fuck you, that's nothing, bro. That's nothing. It's when you could have a chick's mind to want to fuck you for decades.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
That no matter what happens, you could take her ass and throw her in Tokyo. And 2 weeks later, she right back home talking about, hey babe, how you doing?
Right.
Like, bitch, didn't I throw your ass in Tokyo? She's like, I made my way back to you, daddy. That's right. How it is. I ain't going nowhere. And you looking at her like,
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like dudes be talking about pair bonding. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, see, y'all don't understand. Y'all be talking about sex and no. Y'all gotta understand when the chick is about you, you understand, and you got her mind, it's damn near impossible to get rid of her. Because even if you break up, she gonna want to get back with you. She gonna want to do this. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But
yeah, that shit is heavy, bro. Because you have emotions is a woman's playground. You understand? Emotions, words, and all of that shit that women love to do. The drama. You know, that's why they love to watch soap operas. That's why they love to watch reality shows. All that dumb shit. When this is why we tell you, don't fall in love and don't argue.
Right.
Because to argue with a woman means that you're on the same wavelength.
Exactly. You're validating the shit, her bullshit. Because you ever notice, you ever be in an argument with a woman and you know the shit she's saying don't make sense. And then part of the argument is you trying to explain to her the shit she's saying don't make sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't even matter of that you explaining it to her, because now what you're doing is that you're at the same level as her because you're talking about a bunch of emotional nonsense with her.
Right. Shit that don't make sense.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, dudes be fucking ain't shit up like that. I'm like, bro, if you understood that you are in her playground now, then you would just shut the fuck up and just chill, just end it. Be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I don't argue with chicks. Mm-hmm. Like, the most I'll do is I'll ask them, do you even know that what you're saying?
Right.
Do you know the sense of what you're saying? Like, do you really know what you're saying?
Right.
Or are you just talking off emotion? Like, what are you really doing right now?
Right.
That's the type of arguments I have. I don't have arguments with bitches, bro.
Right.
I'll be like, look, if you could explain it to me in a logical sense, then we can continue talking. If you can't, just chill.
Right. We ain't got to talk.
We ain't got to fucking talk. You understand?
And see, and that type of energy and that type of separation is what dudes need in order to actually maintain your own sanity as a man and also be able to maintain the relationship. See, I think a lot of guys we've been like taught to, because we've been trained to go along to make the woman happy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, well, do what she says and, make her comfortable and, happy wife, happy life. And then so you get so caught up in her shit. You get caught, because trust me, I've had this happen more than one occasion where, the girl that I'm with or whatever, she's feeling a certain type of way about something. And then I feel bad because she's feeling bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm feeling bad because she's feeling bad is because I'm in too deep. Because remember, I am now so in sync with her bullshit. So that's why I'm feeling bad. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, there's the separation. All I would be doing is watching her feel bad and watching her get over it. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I need to do. You understand? I don't got to upset myself and frustrate myself and get myself all riled up and no, it's like, all right, well, you feeling your feelings and, just handle that. Cool, whatever. I'm here. I'm going to be over here watching TV. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But it's like, a lot of times women will suck you in because they're like, I want to talk about this. Can we talk about this? I want to talk. Can we, you understand? And so now what happens is like, yeah, you could talk to them, but you still mentally have to separate.
Yeah, you got to be like the lawyer.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right.
You got to be like the divorce lawyer. You can't be in the divorce.
Exactly.
The mediator on the outside of it.
Exactly.
You understand? You can't get involved in the emotions of it.
Right. And because that's what happened. That's what ruins a lot of these guys' lives, because they get so caught up in the fucking bullshit. And then when the woman does something, right, it's almost like this. It's almost like the guy, almost like you lose control and then of yourself. And then you doing all the crazy shit you're doing to react is you trying to fight your way out of it. But see, you fighting your way out of it is the thing that ruins your fucking life, because you do some crazy dumb shit because you're still fighting your way out of it through emotion. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're fighting your way out of it through emotion. So you're not fighting. You're not thinking, because if you were thinking logically, you wouldn't even be in that place in the first place, right?
You wouldn't even be talking.
Right. But now that you're there, you're trying to fight where. So let's say if you do something violent, or let's say you do something as far as money is concerned, because you can ruin your life with money. Let's say you've been giving a chick mad money because you felt like the other day, me and Steve had a show, and the dude called in talking about he gave his baby mother extra money because she was making him feel guilty. You see that? And that's what I'm talking about. He felt guilty because she was guilt tripping him into saying, well, you should give us more money because of this and because of that. So then he was giving her basically more money. And then he was like, damn, I feel so like, and that's because he's in too deep. You understand? He's like, because I'm like, nigga, all you got to do is pay your child support. Anything over that, fuck that chick. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to give her no more money for nothing. And if you want to give your daughter something directly, give her something directly, whatever it is. But again, he got caught so deep into it, and now he's ruining his life over woman by feeling guilty because he got so caught up emotionally with the woman. You see what I'm saying? That's what dudes don't get. These dudes don't realize that they're getting so caught up emotionally with the chick because they at first were never being the leaders and the guy and the person who's guiding the situation in the first place. And part of being that leader is you have to emotionally separate the situation. You got it's like you got to be like a fucking boss at a job. It's like, listen,
yes,
you know what I'm saying this is what I'm saying. They don't understand.
This is why the managers have offices,
right?
And the fucking workers are in the cubicles. Look, sorry to tell you this, guys, but your bitch is one of your workers, bro.
Exactly.
Your bitch is your worker. You're the manager in the office.
Mm-hmm.
And you, because here's the thing. You are.
Thanks for watching, and make sure you click the link below or go straight to patreon.com/mr.locario so you can watch all the other Bad Boy Show episodes. And there's also exclusive stuff on the Patreon. So make sure you guys click the link below or go straight to patreon.com/mr.locario.